DHS boss Noem says ICE operation leakers have been found. Thank goodness. Hopefully they'll be held accountable. Hopefully they'll be charged with aiding and abetting criminals, because that's exactly what it was. I mean, who in their right mind will help these criminals that's running from DHS? You know, a lot of these are murderers. These are child sex abusers, all type of criminals, and they're helping them. They're aiding and abetting them. It's just crazy. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to hear what Kristi Noem has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. And this is the best time to join my Patreon. It's only like $2 or so, $2-3. I can't remember which one. Sorry. And I cover things that I can't talk about here. Like I just uploaded a video today on the connection with the jab and VAIDS, VAIDS, which is a problem. So y'all should check that out. You know, I can't really talk about it on this platform. I went over some peer-reviewed studies, a new recent study that was done by a Korean university with 9 million people. So it's a very, very, it's been over a couple years, been a lengthy study. So check that out. Also follow me on X and Instagram as well. But let's get into this news here. Now, this comes from the Conservative Brief, and they report that Department of Homeland Security, or DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, has announced that her agency has found people responsible for leaking information about immigration and customs enforcement, or ICE, actions that punishment actions and that punishment is forthcoming. Sorry, y'all, struggle reading right now. She said, quote, "I have found some leakers," she said last week during an interview with the Epic Times. "We are continuing to get more. They will be fired and there will be consequences." She said that her department used, quote, "every tactic, including administering polygraph tests," wow, they're not playing around, "and examining communications and emails to find those responsible." Noem's announcement last week came after the Los Angeles Times published a story earlier this month detailing an ICE operation that was in the works based on a leaked memo. Quote, "The FBI is so corrupt," she said on X, and in a post on X in reference to the story, quote, "We will work with any and every agency to stop leaks and prosecute these crooked deep state agents to the fullest extent of the law." Wow. The FBI Agents Association dismissed Noem allegations, the outlet noted. Really? Like, what? Quote, "FBI special agents serve our country every day with integrity, upholding the Constitution to protect the American people from national security and criminal threats," the group said on X. But someone is leaking this information, so what are you talking about? Why would they even respond? Goes on to say, quote, "The FBIAA fully endorses the following statement released by the Bureau's press office on February 14th. It said, before adding the aforementioned statement, the facts show the FBI has been standing shoulder to shoulder with our DHS partners across the country to lawfully support their immigration enforcement efforts." So why the leaks then? What are you talking about? Someone is leaking this information. "We have thousands of FBI personnel supporting these operations, including special agents embedded on DHS enforcement teams, intelligence analysts, linguists, and professional staff, all of whom are dedicated professionals deserving of respect. The FBI contribution to DHS immigration enforcement operations is nothing less than our full partnership, which has resulted in well over 1,000 arrests and lawful detentions. Nearly 200 of these involved felony arrest warrants, including some subjects of FBI investigations with gang affiliations or a nexus to terrorism. We will continue to lean forward with our partners to prioritize the safety of the communities we all serve together," it said. Making unfounded allegations, calling FBI agents corrupt, is deeply irresponsible and has not been supported by any evidence to date. As always, if violations of policy or the law are properly reported, the FBI will treat this with the utmost seriousness and take appropriate action. Are you serious? When has the FBI ever taken appropriate action? I mean, people that that spied on Trump still have their jobs. Some people still have their jobs. What are you talking about? It goes on, unless evidence of violations is presented, such comments undermine the men and women of the FBI. The FBI invites DHS to partner in determining the source of any leaked information and working together professionally to ensure the safety and security of ongoing immigration enforcement operations, it said. I mean, then who is leaking information? How are you caping for the people that are leaking this information? Border czar Tom Homan, who I'm a big fan of, said that the FBI leaked information about upcoming raids that would target illegal immigrants and said that those responsible would go to jail. He said, quote, "We think it's coming from inside," he said, speaking to Sean Hannity on Fox News on Tuesday, referring to the leaks to the media about recent ICE raids in Colorado. Homan also said that the FBI was to blame for the leak of information about a big raid that was going to happen in California before the end of the month. He said, quote, "Some of the information we are receiving tends towards the FBI." That meant, again, we all know the FBI is corrupt. I'm surprised they even commented on this. We all know the FBI is corrupt. We all know they're doing things like this. Look no further than the SDNY, who haven't released all of the Epstein files. They got like thousands of pieces of evidence that they haven't released to their bosses haven't released to Pam Bondi. So we know that the FBI is corrupt no matter what type of statement they put out. It is sad that the raid was so big that the FBI and DEA agents are being sent to help ICE agents. I'm sorry, did I say sad? It is said that the raid was so big that FBI and DEA agents are being sent to help ICE agents. Sorry. Homan stated that it was inevitable that the leaks would cause harm to the officers and that it was possible that bad guys were waiting for the officers to arrive and set them up. Hannity asked Homan how certain he was that the FBI, because we all know Hannity is a big FBI supporter, big FBI stooge. In fact, he wears an FBI pin. How the FBI is involved, and he replied, "I talked to the Deputy Attorney General this week, and they've opened up a criminal investigation. He thinks the information is coming from the FBI. Criminal investigations are taking place to try to identify those responsible for leaking information about the raids," he said. He said, quote, "We'll let the investigation play out," he said, adding, "but some of the leads point that way." And I believe him. I believe him. I believe it's the FBI. It's our FBI is one of our most corrupt departments in our government, along with the CIA, of course. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.